WSRH Sports, we found out how our varsity football team did against the Atlantic Eagles last Friday night.
Also, we get to see how our student athletes handle their recruitment process.
Plus, we learned about one Seminole coach who was a star on and off the field. WSRH Sports starts now. Good afternoon, welcome to WSRH Sports, your leading source for sports coverage here at The Ridge. I'm Austin Lamanna.
And I'm Savannah Mazzio. Today's Friday, October 20th. We've got a lot to tell you about this week's sports, so let's get into it. Last Friday night, our varsity football team went up against the Atlantic Eagles. WSRH sports reporter Austin Lamanna has the story.
Last Friday night, the Seminole varsity football team went up against the Atlantic Eagles. Let's break it down. Starting off for the Atlantic Eagles, James Jones got the first return on the 12-yard line. 4 minutes in, Ty Jackson was able to get a fumble recovery, making the first touchdown for the Hawks. In the second quarter, the Eagles broke through the Hawks defense 3 different times, causing 3 different touchdowns. In the third quarter, to 30 seconds in, the Atlantic Eagles were able to make a touchdown, and in the last 2 minutes of the quarter, they scored a safety. In the fourth quarter, with 4 minutes left, number 25 was able to make a touchdown for the Eagles. With 3 minutes left, Ty Jackson was able to make a second touchdown for the Hawks, but it wasn't enough. Within the last 60 seconds of the game, the Eagles were able to make a final touchdown, causing the score to be Hawks 13 and Eagles 43. For WSRH Sports, I'm Austin Lamanna. Last Wednesday, our Summer Ridge freshman football team went up against Jupiter High. WSRH sports reporter Carlos Suarez has the story.
Our Hawk freshman football team faced off in a head-to-head matchup going up against the Jupiter Warriors. Going into this game, our Hawk football team has an undefeated record throughout the season. Planning to keep it that way, number 5, Edwin Presna, has had a big kickoff return for the Ridge. Seminole doesn't stop there by going on to score a massive touchdown by number 20, Ryan Doherty. It didn't take long for Jupiter to answer with a touchdown of their own, but it wasn't enough to overcome the Hawks' 60 points. The final score of the game was 60-16 with Seminole Ridge on top. For WSRH Sports, I'm Carlos Suarez.
Last Monday, our varsity swim team went up against Wellington High in a head-to-head matchup. WSRH sports reporter Alex Palladino has the play-by-play.
The swim team had a meet this Monday against Wellington High School at Calypso Bay. This is their second time meeting this season, and it is the last regular season meet for the Hawks before the district meet. In the girls 100-meter freestyle, Kaylee Gross swam a personal best time, but she fell behind one of Wellington's swimmers and got a second-place finish. In the girls 500-meter freestyle, star swimmer Taylor Rizzi took an early lead and kept it for the rest of the race to finish far ahead in first place. In the boys 100-meter backstroke, star swimmer Bryce Figueroa swam a personal best backstroke time to land him a third-place finish. Even though the Hawks put up a great effort, they couldn't quite seem to secure the win. They finished their season with a 4-2 record. For WSRH Sports, I'm Sebastian Solis.
Last week, our girls volleyball team went up against Cardinal Newman for their last regular season game. WSRH sports reporter Savannah Mazzio has the play-by-play.
Our girls' JV volleyball team took on Cardinal Newman at home for their last game of the season. Eva Mills serves the ball over the net as Cardinal Newman puts the ball in play, passing it back for Abby Venero to block the ball for a Seminole Ridge point. Cardinal Newman serves the ball to the Hawks. Kaylee LaCroix passes it for Ivana Sierra to set it up for a big hit by Abby Venero. As the ball makes its way to the Hawks side, Jasmine Soto passes the ball to Ivana Sierra to set it up for Kaylee LaCroix for a big hit. Summer Burt passing the ball for Ivana Sierra to set it up for another big hit by Kaylee LaCroix. The JV girls volleyball team ending their season winning against Cardinal Newman 2 out of 2 sets. For WSRH Sports, I'm Savannah Mazzio. Since our game against Cardinal Newman, our girls volleyball team advanced to the playoffs going up against Atlantic, winning 3 straight sets. Unfortunately, they lost their most recent game against Dwyer, losing 0-3.
For many students, the recruitment process can be terrifying. However, one student manages to balance it all while still striving for greatness in his sport. WSRH sports reporter Kira Taub has the story.
For athletes here in Florida that are looking forward to playing in college, the recruitment process can be a challenging thing to go through.
Oh, it definitely takes a mental toll on you. I mean, I know for lacrosse recruiting, D1 coaches can start talking to you on September 1st, and the build up to that, and even after it, it's like, you know, you're crying, you're anxious. It definitely does have a really big mental toll on you.
It's pretty confusing because there's some coaches that email you And then as soon as you email them back, they never get back to you again. And it's like, where'd you go? And then like if you set up a call and you guys have a call and it goes good on the call, and they just don't email you ever again.
While digging deeper into the recruitment process and talking to some athletes on their views, one Seminole Ridge student athlete stood out.
Ty is an exceptional player. The amount of offers that he has now won't be the total number by the end of it. I mean, as you mentioned, he's only a junior, and he already has more Division I offers than a lot of seniors.
As a junior in high school, Ty Jackson is reaching the goal that many seniors have. The amount of colleges add up by the day.
Being recruited by FSU, Florida, it's on and on. I can keep going, but Tennessee, a lot of them are getting in touch with me. They're just trying to build a relationship at this point. It's a fun thing to go through. It takes a lot of energy, not negative energy, but it's a lot to go through. When they're reaching out through social media, they'll try and just keep you positive throughout the day, say motivational things, so you'll just always remember that school and basically them.
The recruiting process can be difficult and scary, but for Ty Jackson, he is forming new relationships and managing it all. For WSRH Extra, I'm Kira Taub.
While everyone has talents, one man stands out in the crowd. Let's see how one coach uses his double play of talent. WSRH sports reporter Emma Schulte has the story.
Rick Moose is a familiar face on the Seminole Ridge baseball field, being the JV coach for the Hawks for the past 3 years.
Been coaching, this is like going into my 29th year of coaching. It's my 3rd year of coaching here at Seminole Ridge, and I substitute here as well. It's my 3rd year here, and we've got a good thing going. The baseball teams are starting to shape up.
I mean, he's a really good coach. He helps us become the best of our abilities.
Coach Moose, he's had a lot of experience coaching, so he definitely knows what he's doing. And I think that he is a really good coach.
I think he's a really good coach. He's going to lead us to a really good season this year. I think we're going to win a lot of games. And I like how he coaches us and makes us develop way better.
Coach Moose's baseball experience extends beyond coaching high school. He used to work for the Florida Marlins.
Well, I started off, I was working for the Marlins, the baseball team, professional baseball.
His experience with the Marlins actually led him to a very different career path.
I was working for the Marlins, and I did a TV commercial for them for Major League Baseball. Yes, and then I appeared on the show. Back then it was Regis and Kelly with Kelly Ripa. I appeared on that show, and it kind of gave me the acting bug.
This simple commercial quickly turned into something more, leading him to a brand new career.
So I looked up, kind of Googling, best ways to become an actor, what I need to do, and wound up getting an agent. And then one thing led to another, and that's where I'm at today.
This new career has led him to plenty of TV shows and movies, some of which you may even be familiar with.
Most recently, probably my largest role to date would be, if you're familiar with the Halloween series with Michael Myers, the killer. The latest one that just came out last Halloween was called Halloween Ends, and I have a pretty good role in that film.
Acting in these TV shows and movies has not only helped his career, but also helped him in other ways.
Oddly enough, before I was an actor, I was extremely shy. And now I'm totally comfortable in front of a camera.
And for aspiring actors, Coach Moose has shared some advice for those wishing to get into the field.
Number one thing, you need to find a good agent. The agent is what goes and gets you the work, because you as an actor aren't going to be looking through trying to find where there's a job that you want to try and go do. And agents will get generally about 10%.
We're excited to see where Coach Moose's acting career leads him next, and we're very excited to see how he and his team perform this upcoming season. For WSRH Extra, I'm Emma Schulte.
Taking a look at next week's sports, we have boys golf has a district tournament this Monday at West Palm Park. Girls golf has a district tournament this Tuesday at Delray Beach Golf Club. Wednesday, junior varsity football has a game against Palm Beach Lakes here at 5 p.m. Thursday, varsity football has a game against Dwyer at 6:30. Good luck, Hawks. Well, that's it for WSRH Sports. I'm Austin Lamanna.
And I'm Savannah Mazzio. Remember that you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Seminole Ridge TV. Have a great day, Hawks.